Oh my! How dare you be so beefy? You horrible, horrible man. I can see why I may have dated you in the first place. Cheer up, little critter. We're almost done. Who you calling a critter? I am a varmint. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Wh4t, and what better way to continue Spooky Month than by playing a game that will either make me fall in love or traumatize me for life. Warnings at the beginning of this video, and join me in playing What I Wouldn't Do. It's been too long since that incident. Every day I live in fear, afraid he'll find me if I lodge in public for too long. But I can't keep hiding. I have to do something that will help me move forward. I don't have to cower. It's not my fault that happened. I don't deserve this. Does the justice system only exist to defend offenders and mock victims? 2 years. 2 years for me to file a report. Otherwise, he'll end up a free man while I continue to cower. Live in fear and pain for the rest of my life while he roams a free man. I can't let that happen, can I? It took me a while to get used to my new reality, but things are different now. I've got this. Documents, keys, my ID. My name is Espoir. It means hope in French. Let's get this over with, Espoir. You can do it. I believe in the me that believes in me. As I step out of the porch, I feel the cool breeze against my skin. I have a great feeling about today. How long until that's dashed to the ground? What? Who has sent me a message? Good day, Espoir. This is EMP from Generic Compt. I'm happy to inform you that you've passed the initial screening. I just need you to come by today, just to ease you into the basics. Please let me know ASAP. Thanks. I forgot the results were coming out today. How convenient. Go to job? Go to court? That's a toughie. Well, maybe I got time to go to court. Right? Let's check out this job. I feel immediate regret. I'll be there soon. It's just briefing through the basics. It wouldn't take too long, would it? Besides, it's only a few blocks away. It wouldn't hurt to prioritize my new job first. I did make a promise to myself. It took longer than I thought it would. But I hope I get the job. I realize I wouldn't make it in time, given the traffic jam at this hour and all. I guess I'll have to try tomorrow. Maybe it's a sign to take it slow, as if I can. Can't wait to get home. Sure to hope nobody's waiting for me in my house. I'm so sleepy. The pressure of my new possible job and the fact that I wasn't able to get much done today is stressing me out. I think I'll take a short nap, as I am an old lady and I need to take naps throughout the day. What was that? My body feels heavier than usual. I feel an arm snake around my waist, a large, rough hand clasping around my mouth. It's enough to cover my whole face. Don't move, and I won't hurt you. The man's voice is gruff and hushed, coated with a familiar, forced gentleness. As I squirm, he locks my body against him, making me panic further. Start alligator rolling! He clamps down his hand harder, growling into my ear. I said, don't move. Fight back? I mean, probably you should, conserve your energy in this type of situation, but punch him in the face! Kick him in the knees! No way in heck I'm keeping still. I snap my head back, hitting him square in the jaw. Yeah! He grunts, but he doesn't let loose. Bite him! Scratch him! Instead, he locks his arm around my neck, squeezing tighter and tighter. He could break my neck any time by the way he puts little to no effort in subduing me. I claw at his forearm, reaching back to tear at anything I can, but he simply holds my wrist down with his free hand. I can't scream. I'm losing air. Heck. Poopy. How am I gonna beg when I'm being choked? Oh well. I can't. Oh geez, now what? My head immediately throbs as I regain consciousness. Daniel leans in, inhaling my scent against the crook of my neck. Oh, hi, Daniel. I try to scream, but my mouth is taped shut. I try to move, struggle, anything, but I'm bound, chained to what seems to be a large workbench with all my limbs stretched out. How dare you! Oh my! How dare you be so beefy? You horrible, horrible man! I can see why I may have dated you in the first place. Don't be scared. There's tape on my mouth and my arms are bound. What should I be feeling? Elation? He can't be serious. I've thought about what you said. About you feeling trapped like an animal when with me. His eyes are bloodshot, dark gradients under them that make him look even more insane than he already is. Was I too nice to you? Was it because I provided everything for you? Did you crave independence? He waved a hand, dismissing his own words. I thought hard. I've wondered for a long time. Until I saw you again with my own 2 eyes. I know I should let you go. Live your own life. It's what's best for you. For us. Just like you've said. His eyes are fixed to the side, seemingly drowned in his own sick thoughts. But I can't. I need you. And I want you to need me. I need you to need me. Depend on me. Crave me like I do you. I've been anything but useless to you. He pauses once more before he licks his teeth, clicking his tongue as he stares down at me with an unreadable expression. I'm a selfish man, Espoir. I'd respond, but I seem to have tape around my face. If you have no reason to depend on me, I'll give you one. Oh, let me guess. You're going to chop off my delicious and gorgeous gam-gams. I smell something burning. Oh, I guess he's getting creative. He seems to be sterilizing something with fire. How considerate. I'd really like to hear your voice, but I can't have you screaming too much. We're secluded, but I'd still rather not risk anything. I hate when things get in the way. So, let's save your screaming for later. I want this to be quick and easy for you, my sweet. The sharp end of the blade pushes against my skin, as if steadying, aiming to get it right. Now, don't move, okay? Wasn't really planning on it, boss. Struggle or brace yourself. I know I'm in for a bad time if I struggle, but let's save scum. Let's struggle a little bit. Let's see what's worse that could happen. I struggle against the restraints. The restraints of my right arm come Now, why did you have to go and do that before I finished reading the text box? Daniel, that's so rude. Come now. A blood-curdling scream escaped my throat, barely quelled by the tape. I sound like an animal, just like he said. Just like I said. He missed by a third, my arm grotesquely hanging by a few tendons and half of my humerus. Blood splurts onto the ground, the workbench, and down my body. I hear him click his tongue, sighing, shaking his head, as if I'm in the wrong. You're always like this, Daniel. You're always like this. This is why we broke up. I told you not to move. He takes hold of my suspended limb. Ah! Then he tugs and pulls, twisting. The pain is unimaginable, my screams pressed by the constraint in my chest. Owie! My little arm! How dare you! You're always taking stuff from me, Daniel. I can't have anything for myself. It doesn't take much for him to rip it off, while part of my skin peels off it as well. I can't hold on. It hurts so much.
Hey, don't pass out on me.
I got a little worried there. As my eyes adjust, I notice the syringe in his hand.
Ah, don't worry. Just a little something to keep you conscious and calm.
Keep me conscious?
I want you to be alert. Observe the process as we truly become one, as you turn to depend on me completely.
What is he on about?
I think it's symbolic, you and me coming together as one.
Are you gonna, graft my arm into your side or something?
I love you.
His stupid, cringe, poetic justification of an excuse does well to distract me. Till I realize that I feel lighter. Too light. I look down. I don't want to. But I know what he did. Walking away, he just stares at me for a moment, leaning on the opposing table, with his hands on its edge. I notice him eye me up and down. In a normal situation, I'd take it as flirting. With a scoff, he approaches me once more, gently getting a hold of my jaw and forcing me to look up at him.
Maybe I should have kept your arms a little longer. I'd really rather feel your hands on me than my own.
I can't help but well up from the reminder. Wait, did he take my other arm too? How dare you, sir? The thought of never having the ability to hold, feel, walk, or slap, or strangle, or to flip somebody the bird. I'm losing myself as he slowly strips away a part of my anatomy, all with agonizing pain. He leans down, pressing his lips against me. Bite him? Is this timed? All right, you're getting chomped, good sir. I bite down, hard. I don't even care where I bite him. I sink my incisors down into the corner of his lips, snapping my head to the side as hard as I can. I hear it rip. I feel the hot spur of his blood drip down my chin. Not so pretty now, are you, Danny? He backs away, covering his mouth more so to stop the bleeding, rather than from repulsion. I growl like an animal, eyes wide as I grunt at him, heaving. Spitting out the part of his flesh I bit off, I bare my teeth at him. He chuckles. I bit off half of your face and you're laughing.
What? Can't even show my wife some affection now?
We never got married. You're not my husband. Get out! The sick fluff walks towards the table, pulling out an emergency kit before he starts sewing the gaping wound closed. He doesn't even flinch, nor grunt. Ugh. He seems rather calm. I really shouldn't have done that. I'm glad I did, though. Reaching under his flannel, he walks back towards me and pulls out pliers? Oh.
You make it hard for me to be gentle with you. But that's fine. It just gives me more excuses to take away more of you.
He taps the tip of the pliers against my nose.
You've got a lot of things that you won't be needing anymore.
What the fluff is he doing? You know exactly what the fluff he is doing. Wh4t in game.
I'll do the chewing for you, like a mother bird.
Ew! I don't want that. Ah, no, just give me soup and stuff. That's the one thing I don't want. I don't want ABC food put in my mouth. I shake my head, but he just laughs while holding me in place by my jaw.
Don't move. It'll hurt less if you don't. Maybe.
As I grab the mouse to move around. Struggle! Ha ha ha! We're making lots of bad choices today. Brat. I will taunt him even if I don't have teeth. A bloody crunch rings in my ear as I feel the heat spread from my nose to the back of my eyes. I spit out my blood, feeling a few of my incisors fall out as well. Scrunching my nose, I look at the gaps between my teeth.
I told you to stay still, my sweet.
Before I can say anything, he holds my mouth open by squeezing my cheeks. Without any hesitation, he reaches in, pulling out the rest of my useless incisors and canines. Excellent sound effects. Each tug and pull sends a vibrating pain to the top of my skull, spreading out all throughout my jaw until it snaps and lets loose, blood immediately pooling from the hole it once sat in. He repeats this with deliberately long pauses, studying each tooth he's extracted. You better shave all of those for the tooth fairy. I'm gonna be rich. By the end, I'm disoriented. I lost too much blood just from losing my limbs, and now my teeth. Did he take my leggy poos as well? Just gurgle through all the blood and vomit. I still don't like you. Without another word, he leaves, allowing me to breathe. I shiver, seeing the light of dawn seep through the cracks of the nailed-up window. I am so tired. I just want to sleep. Even though he's instilled me with what's supposedly a painkiller, I feel the slight pulsing of my wounds. It's still there, and I can't do anything about it. I think I'll take a nap. Maybe when I wake up, I'll be back in my room. This is all just a very vivid nightmare.
Hey, you. You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right?
Aw, dang it. I'm on my stomach now. Did he do this? Why do I hear fire in the background? When did he come back? I look around, only to spot him standing over something. The sound of fire crackling stirs up my attention once more.
Sleep well?
That forced, gentle tone again. When will he learn that it doesn't do crap to make me feel any better? I feel him pat my behind. I'd bite his fingers off if I could. I just want this to be over.
Cheer up, little critter. We're almost done.
Who you calling a critter? I am a varmint. What more do I have to go through? As if he'd read my mind, he speaks.
I have a few other critters on our land.
What? You have other critters? He pauses, tilting his head.
Don't worry, though. None of them are like you. You're special.
I feel him knead my rear. Don't knead my rear, sir.
You're different. You're my favorite.
He stands with leisure, walking back to where the fire is.
I'll make sure it heals nice and pretty.
It hits me. The scent of coal, the silent sizzle. Is he going to brand me? The clank of metal against metal, and his heavy footsteps against the creak of the floorboard. I can physically feel the heat inch closer to my rear. That's why you were kneading my rear. You could put a brand on me with a gosh darn brander thing. Hey, you know, ice branding is a lot better for cattle and the like. Yeah, maybe you should try that. Subconsciously, I try to pull away, but I can't as I'm strapped to the workbench. Ah! It's too late. The hairs on the back of my neck stand. The cold, then the heat. I can't stop myself from screaming. The screams come out choked as I writhe against my restraints, tears running down my face. He briefly presses deeper before eventually pulling away. The effects of the second dose of the painkiller has long faded, so I feel everything all at once, a sick concoction of torment. I can only hear my own heartbeat in my ears, sweating all over as the throbbing sensation continues. My booty cheeks! My delicious booty cheeks, no! I'm brought back to reality for a brief moment when he applies something cool over it, making me whimper and squirm, just wanting to get away from here. Shush. He puts a bandage over it, gently patting the other side of my rear. I can't even force myself to glare at him. I sniffle and twitch, a look of defeat playing on my face as I stare at nothing.
You did so well.
I don't feel anything. What comes tomorrow, I do not know. I don't want to know. Maybe he'll kill me this time. I'd rather he kill me. I hope he kills me, and then I'll become a ghost, and then I'll haunt him. And when he takes a shower, I'll move his towels around. He should kill me. I will hobble towards you in your sleep. I will use my gums to misplace your toothbrush and then scamper away and hide under the floorboards. Please. My voice is hoarse, broken from the relentless screaming and the torture he's put me through. He doesn't respond as he rustles around silently. Please. I manage to speak a bit louder. He finally turns to face me. Eh? Nani? Nan desu ka? Oh, I can write something there. Cool. What do I write? With what do I write? Fluff. You, buddy. Or is it more like, fluff you, buddy? He ignores me. He approaches me once more. I wonder if there's something I can write, something specific I can write there. You suck, Dan! You are not one of my favorite people anymore. I want a divorce. He approaches me once more, this time gently scooping me up in his arms. My chafed, wounded, and bruised body hurts all over as it's forced to mold into his embrace. We move out of the shed, my eyes slowly adjusting to the sunlight against my skin. The cool air hits my skin, making me shiver. The area is definitely secluded, but the green scenery somewhat calms my soul, despite everything, only to be reminded of my situation as he brings me into a shack that's even more run down than the shed. I take one last glance at the outside world before he shuts the door. I lean my head against his chest in defeat. I'm only doing this because I have nothing else to do, not because I like you, Dan. He must have taken this as affection, as he gently rubs my shoulder with his thumb. Disgusting!
We'll move in a week once you're better.
Of course, he's not stupid. He's planned everything. I force myself to look around and take in my surroundings. The door has multiple locks. Windows are planked up, a way too dim light bulb, and doggy pads? You're not even giving me like a litter box or a bowl or something? Ugh, what the heck? He sets me down on a thick blanket placed over well-laid-out hay. Sitting down beside me, he starts caressing my head.
But for now, get used to this.
His rough hands continue to rub all over me in an attempt to comfort me. A warm, damp cloth makes contact with my battered skin. Every wipe and rub earns a whimper and a twitch from me. Over my chest, my stomach, briefly gliding over parts I'd rather he'd never touch. Once he's finished, he lies beside me with his arm wrapped around my waist.
I've been dreaming of this forever, just to lie with you in my arms. I can't wait to have a family of our own with you.
Say what? Oh no!
You'd make a perfect mother.
But I cannot hold my child as I have no arms, Dan!
You're perfect for me.
Those words alone make my stomach churn. All this for his sick, twisted delusions. I feel so much and nothing at the same time. I flinch as he kneads my chest. I want to skin myself. Just shuffle off this skin. Here, have it.
Still, I can't let you get off the hook too easy. Every morning, every night, any chance I get, I'll be filling you up with my seed until you bless me with a child. And I won't stop until it happens. But for now, you'll be my little milking cow. Never saw the need of one until now.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what milk? Whose milk? My milk? He rambles on about the stupid plans he has for us. Us. There is no us, Dan. As he continues, I decide to give in to the warmth, the severe blood loss, the overdose of painkillers, and the situation itself renders my eyeballs heavy, making me slowly doze off. I feel him grind himself against me, inhaling my scent from the crook of my neck. I hope I don't wake up.
Don't fight it. Go to sleep. We still have so much to do. I love you, Espoir.
I've never been so appalled. I've never been so disgusted in my life. How dare you? Okay, what if I go back to when I'm in bed and being strangled if I don't miss that QuickTime event? Hey! Maybe don't strangle me, dude! Please! I managed to let out a squeak. He doesn't budge. He only squeezes tighter. His chest rumbles behind me as he lets out a chuckle. Finally, he frees me from his dreaded grip, causing me to stumble forward and grip my neck as I take sharp breaths. Listen, duder, I think we can talk. I think we need to have a little chat.
Espoir.
His voice sounds familiar.
Forget about me already?
A chill runs down my spine. Daniel. I reach for my phone, but he pulls me back into the bed by my hair. Ow! Hey, these come out, you know. Wait, what? I feel blood splurt out my nose, the heat spreading throughout my face. Did you punch me in the face, Daniel? This is why we broke up, Daniel. I can barely keep my head straight from his brutal beating. Daniel heaves above me, sneering.
I won't make the same mistake again.
Wait! Ow! All right. Maybe I shouldn't struggle. Maybe I should just brave myself. Ugh. It's not like you weren't gonna do that anyway, Buster! Dan! Just like he said. Quick and easy. I scream. The tape on my mouth fails to subdue my shrieks, my own voice piercing my eardrums as my shoulder frees from my limb. Oh, geez, you cut it all the way up to the shoulder, man? Turn me into a pencil. A swizzle stick.
Do you know what these are, Ashley Cachadorian? A girl's arms. A little girl with dreams? With a head?
Really, Trisha.
She's a pencil. She's a swizzle stick. And now I'm holding up her arms. Arms.
I was a little girl with hopes and dreams and arms, and you took that away from me. I'm in disbelief as I see the detached limb hanging from the restraints of what was once my wrist. He hums as he undoes the chains of my severed limb, observing. Someone could mistake it as admiring, even. I hear him say something, but I can't process it. I feel dizzy. I feel lighter. My head feels heavy as heck, but my body feels light. I feel like I'm several limbs lighter. Too light. I look down in instinct, only to be met with bandages wrapped all over my once limbs, now stumps. My gams! I'm not even given time to process all of this as I hear the door open.
My sweet.
First thing I notice is that his once white tank top is now painted red, bloodied. I hear his boots against the creaking floor, approaching me. His disgusting, rough hands brush the side of my face, almost lovingly. I don't have the energy to fight back, nor do I want to anymore. Walking away, he just stares at me for a moment, leaning on the opposing table with his hands on its edge. I notice him eye me up and down. In a normal situation, I'd take it as flirting. All right, just this once, I won't struggle again. I'll just brace myself as you take my teeths. You are going to put these under my pillow for the tooth fairy, right? Right, Dan? This is why we broke up, Dan. You never listen to me. Fear instills, causing me to comply. I stay put, my eyes darting between the approaching pliers and his face. As I squeeze my eyes shut, I feel the cold metal against my right incisor making me tremble. His grip on my jaw only tightens as I shake. Then I feel it. First comes the pressure, then the heat, the violent crack of my root detaching from its enclosure, followed by the flush of blood. Almost like you shouldn't be doing that! I can sense the pain, even after having the painkiller forced into my bloodstream. A few tears fall as panic sets in once more. The tears blur my vision. Each crack and tug sends shivers down my spine. Another twisted method of taking away a sense of autonomy. Without another word, he leaves. Not even a thank you? Not even a how are you doing? Not even a are you okay, my future, forced bride? Danny, you are so rude. This is why we broke up. I shiver, seeing the light of dawn seep through the cracks of the nailed-up window. I am so tired. He doesn't respond as he rustles around silently. Please. I manage to speak a bit louder. He finally turns to face me. I keep quiet. Anything I wanted to say is swallowed back when I meet his terrifying gaze. He approaches me once more, this time gently scooping me up in his arms. My chafed, wounded, and bruised body hurts all over as it's forced to mold into his embrace. Oh, so you still scoop me up anyway when I don't... You're lucky I don't know what to type there. He rambles on about the stupid plans he has for us. As he continues, I decide to give in to the warmth, the severe blood loss, overdose of painkillers, and the situation itself renders my eyelids heavy, making me slowly doze off. Biggest jerk in the world. So, maybe I should, prioritize the court over this job offer. I mean, it is really hard to get a job out here these days, but, being murdered, well, not even murdered, being mutilated, and kidnapped sounds a lot worse than losing a job offer. So let's ignore that for now. I don't have time for this. I bet it's just another spam. I decide to ignore the text and head right into the court. It can wait. I have more important matters at hand. Throw that dude in jail and throw away the key! The line is long as heck. I should have left earlier. A few hours had passed. I'm getting a bit more agitated by the minute. All of a sudden, a slight commotion erupts. The sound of people arguing can be heard all the way to my end of the line. Sorry, we're cutting off from number 37. Come back tomorrow. I don't have tomorrow. I'm not gonna have tomorrow. I'm gonna be full of babies by tomorrow. The crowd gets rowdier from the unforeseen announcement. I squeezed my way past the people in hopes they'd allow one last person. However, to my dismay, the doors close right as I get to it. Rude! I walk away, defeated. I might even miss the bus at this point. What a waste of time. Everything seems a bit gloomier. I just hope the rain stops when I get to my stop. The bus finally arrives at my stop. It takes quite a while for me to walk home from the bus stop. Should I take the shortcut? I don't want to get home any later than this. Plus, I took the shortcut multiple times in the past, and I'm still alive with all my limbs intact. It's funny you should point it out that way. Wait, don't make me choose. Take the main road, take the shortcut. I think you should take the main road. Stay in well-lit areas, keep people around you. I decide to take the main road. Better safe than sorry. It's not like I'm going to be late for anything. It's bright, yeah, but the lights get dimmer as I get closer to my part of town. I really gotta move somewhere else, but finances are tight. I must be paranoid. Is that truck following me? I deliberately slow my steps just to make sure. The truck stays in place. I shake my head, laughing to myself. I must be seeing things. Get yourself together, Espoir, and maybe get acquainted with that save button. As I reach the darkest parts of the path, it all happens so fast. What? I hear the deep looming of the truck, then its doors opening as someone roughly pulls me in. No! Drop to the ground, start alligator rolling. I struggle hard, only be met with a hard punch to my gut, making me choke and heave. Ow, my belly!
Don't fluffing scream.
I hear my heart pound in my ears as the man starts speeding. I need to do something. Attack him? Just stay put. Attack him! That's gonna crash the car, isn't it? Isn't it? Attack him! I scream, lunging at him with all the strength I could muster up. My nails scratch at his face, arms, anywhere I can reach, only to be met with a harsh shove. The back of my head hits the window as the truck comes to a halt with a loud screech. I'm ready to lunge back until I feel something cold against my neck.
Espoir, feisty as always.
Yep, that's why you started dating me. He presses a blade harder against my neck, the dull end digging into my skin. I instinctively raise my hands by my side, showing him I have no plans on fighting back anymore. The man inches closer, the darkness giving me no means of navigating in any way. I can only tell he's close due to his disgusting hot breath against my cheek.
I really wanted to wait till we got home, but I think I've waited long enough. Don't you agree, Espoir?
He sticks his nose against the crook of my neck, inhaling my scent.
It's been so long since I've had you this close.
No. Daniel. Dang it, Daniel! In a swift motion, he's on me. The back seat of the passenger side pushes back way too quickly, knocking the air out of me as he holds me down by my neck. This would be a perfect time to utilize your knees and his midsection. I fight back, the adrenaline kicking in. I struggle hard, but it seems to have little to no effect on him, only annoying him further. Still, I don't stop. Ah! How dare you! You interrupt me again, Daniel. I'm trying to read the text box, and you interrupt my text box. This is why we stopped dating. My vision. You did it again! His face brutally meets my face over and over again, not giving me a chance to retaliate or to read the text box. Daniel. This is why we broke up. You wonder why we broke up? This is why. You never let me complete my text boxes. I've stopped fighting back completely long before. He must have realized it, too, as he stops beating me. Oh, no! Did I end up exactly in the place where I didn't want to be? Gosh dang it! Alright, What if I take the shortcut? Is that going to save me? I highly doubt it. Now I'm just annoyed. I just want to get home already. It's so dark. Ugh. And cold. The scent of cigarettes linger in the air. I notice a man leaning on a wall, smoking. Better walk fast.
Excuse me.
Jesus! Is he talking to me? The man's voice is rather familiar. Almost reminds me of, hey, you wouldn't happen to be my ex-boyfriend, would you? Oh my god. It's Daniel! Not Daniel! He seems to notice my expression from the way a smile creeps up his face.
Espoir.
This can't be a coincidence. With the way he is, he takes a step towards me. No!
I know what you were planning on doing today.
He points to the documents in my hand.
You can't do this to me, Espoir.
But I'm gonna! 'Cause you're a jerk who doesn't let me finish my text boxes and also punches me in the face!
Have you not read my letters? I'm working on it.
I take another step, this time to the side. He keeps talking, spewing random bullcrap about how he's changed, how he's working on his personal problems. I don't care. I can't give him any chances. Not after what he's done to me. Run? I'm surprised that's not timed. Let's get out of here. I've barely taken a step when I feel my back crash against the hard concrete ground. Ah! No! His fist violently crashes onto my face before I can even react. See, this is why we broke up, Danny. You can't control those fists of yours. Fluffing. Ungrateful. He punctuates each word with his fists against my face, violently bashing it in. This is my bread and butter, Danny. You can't mess with that. I try to stay conscious as much as I can, but the trauma to my head brings me to an insane state. Insensate? I don't know what that word means, but then again, I am getting my face bashed in, so I'm sure I've forgotten a lot of words, Daniel! We're never going to make babies! I'm back in the fluffing building again! What's this help do? Help? Dang it. There is no help here. Alright, Buster Brown, you just wait till I get my walkthrough pants on.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I've been at this for a while. What if I lie and say, I love you, Pookie. I love you. Also, looking back at the description of this game, we are not lovers. He is not my ex. We've never been in a relationship. And apparently this guy is just a complete stranger. Daniel? You want to pretend that we're in a relationship? I can do that too. I'll go in a relationship with you just to break up with you. But what if I lie and say, I love you? A look of surprise crosses his face, quickly replaced by the usual stoic expression. What? You don't love me too, Daniel? Alright, fine. What if I write, you're a jerk, Daniel. You're a jerk, and I hate you. So there. Is he gonna punch me in the face again? He ignores me. Yeah, well, you're a butt. You're a butt, Daniel.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, but seriously though, what am I supposed to write here? What am I supposed to write here?
2,000 years later.
That was clever. Very clever. Very clever. Now that I know what I'm supposed to write here, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy what's about to happen. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna enjoy this. He's like, you want to what? He grabs a dull blade from the workbench. His movements seem drunk as he chuckles to himself. A tone so different from ones I've heard till now.
I want to see the world through your eyes, I want to feel you on me. On me.
Doesn't get any closer than that.
Feeling your external skin on me is not enough. I need to wear your skin. I want to feel our nerves connect. I want to feel what you feel.
Let me punch you in the face a few times. You should get a similar feeling.
You and I, we are one. Whatever lifetime or universe, I will always find you. I'll be waiting for you in each lifetime. To repeat this until you finally accept me for me like I do you. Everything is conditional, Espoir, but not my love for you. I do this because this is the best for you. I don't know why I am the way I am. I wish I was normal. I wish we met in a better time, a better place where I'm better. You can run from me in each lifetime, but I will always find you. And in each lifetime, I will do it again. To the end of time and the beginning of every end, I will be there. I just want you to understand me. I don't care about anyone else, as long as it's you who truly understands me. But that's impossible. As much as unconditional love does not exist, so does the fathom understanding of someone. That's why I want you to be me, and I you.
Does this mean I get to wear the tight shirt and the hat? Trying to downplay the fact that you're about to tear off your skin.
I wish you could hear and see what I do every day, what I feel, what makes me mad and what makes me happy. And I, you.
Well, you're going to have to get acquainted with my 50-plus fictional husbands, of which you are not one of, 'cause you're kind of crazy.
I don't need anyone else.
Excellent sound design.
I'd like to take his face off.
Spooky.
I just want you, Espoir.
Thank you, Metaton.
Yes.
I can barely tell what he's trying to say from his lack of appendages for speech. Oh yeah, you got rid of your lips, friend. You can't talk without your lips. Or I guess you can, but it's very difficult.
All I can decipher is his heavy breathing. He gurgles out blood, coughing onto my face every now and then. He trembles, his own face in his hands as he gets closer.
No thank you. No thank you, Angel.
The warm flesh presses against my lips.
Eat. No thank you, I'm full.
My lips tremble as I hesitantly part them, biting down into the warm, slick flesh. I taste the blood. I taste his skin. It's oily. You need to moisturize better. Then he reaches for me.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to take my face and eat it? No, my face!
One hand clasped over my face to keep me in place as he digs the blade into my temple, painstakingly carving it down to the back of my jaw and then under. I can barely tell where the pain is coming from the mixture of everything. I scream and sob, struggling as best as I can under his grip, but it does little to nothing to stop him.
Yeah, I think he's gone. I think he's not there no more.
I feel his fingers dig under the torn open gash of my jaw. He pulls.
My little face!
I can feel every venule and tissue tear from my muscle with a horrifying squelch. The painkiller must have lost its effect, as everything feels 1,000 times worse than it did.
The scars from my missing limbs chafe and burn as I fight against him with all that's left in me. He pulls, tugs, and I feel the muscle of my jugular exposed to the cold air. My naked jugular! He laughs. Oh, I bet that sounds awful. At least, I think that's what he's doing. I can barely tell anymore. He tugs once more, my screams no longer human. I sound like an animal getting its throat slit before its ultimate end. Everything goes black. My ears are ringing, and I can't feel anything. Ah, you took my mole! You took the mole off my face, and my face with my mole! Everything hurts so much, and yet it doesn't. Warm. It's almost comforting in this horrifying moment. I'm so scared. I shouldn't find comfort in his embrace, yet I do. It's the only thing I can hold on to, on account that I ain't got no holders. My last source of affection until I succumb to nothingness. He says something I don't understand, my sanity long gone the moment he dug his fingers under my skin. I feel him rub, presumably his face, against mine as blood trickles down my naked body. It's warm. Comforting. At least I'm not dying from cold, nor in solace. At least I die knowing I'm loved. I don't know how to feel about all these events. My glasses. Well, I mean, sometimes you love someone so much you gotta rip off your own face and feed it to them. As you do. Oh boy, that was spooky and exhilarating. You know, I was thinking about making a list of the scariest, like, actually terrifying characters that I've met in visual novels, and I think Daniel's going on there. I think Daniel has a place on that list. I tell you what, if I had a choice, I'd rather be in a room with STRADE than him. Golly, jeez. And then finding out that this guy is not my ex, he does not know me, and that if I were a man, he would just misgender me. But, yeah. If I had a nickel for every yandere visual novel character who tore off my face, I'd have one nickel, and hopefully I will only have that one nickel. I don't need my face ripped off twice. Well, most likely part of this video will have to be censored for YouTube, so you can find the complete and full version on my adult Patreon. And if you enjoy my chaotic shenanigans, feel free to like, subscribe, or interact in any way that is comfortable for you. Still can't get over the fact that dude took off his face. Took off my face! I think I need a shower, and maybe a nap, and maybe to hold my cat. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope. Golly gee. Dude taking off my face. Dude taking off my face and make me eat his face. What's up with that, dudes? Why you doing that?